We welcome you to another edition of The Beat. I'm Will Johnson. All spring long, this program is here to keep you up to date on the Aggies. And we begin today in the lounge, and we hang out with Admon Gilder, guard on our Texas A&M basketball team. He and this group are looking forward to a Saturday night contest against LSU in Baton Rouge. And Admon, first thing is, it's a young group this year. You being a sophomore yourself, a lot of underclassmen have seen the floor. Even though it's just your second year in Aggieland, are you already feeling like a leader in this program?
The coaches emphasize me trying to be a leader, for the younger guys, for the freshmen, and just being more vocal at times.
The back half of conference play is really what starts in earnest now. For you, just as an individual, where do you want to improve as you go down the all-important stretch now this season?
Just being consistent, it's some games where I show spurts of, scoring, defense, and just being able to be consistent on the defense end and offense end throughout this back end of our conference schedule, and just being able to be someone that we can, the team can look up to and say, let's get this win, let's get this play that we need to get the win.
Mm-hmm. I want to ask you about some of your teammates, one being a fellow sophomore, Tyler Davis. Now, he's also a guy you can lean on for some wins. Tyler, when you think of him in the locker room, in the practice gym, what type of guy are you dealing with there?
Tyler's an intense guy, always screaming, always, he's an energy guy. He's going to always keep it real with you, always tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And, he just has his work ethic is just so good, and he's just been able to see his work ethic. I can take his word and run with it.
Is he a good enough player to where you just always feel comfortable knowing he's out there on the floor with you?
Oh yes, just his size and his skill level for his size is just incredible. Just knowing that he can score at will, just being able that teams are going to double him, so he just help us as guards, even on the perimeter, just getting open shots when we dumping in.
Mm-hmm. Another guy that helps down low is the freshman, Robert Williams. He's been fun to watch all season long. Do you marvel at his ability sometimes, seeing as it's just his first year in Aggieland?
Yes, just his wingspan, just incredible. He can almost have a 40-inch vertical. That's just something that you don't see every day. So just seeing that we can just throw the ball up to him, and even if it's a bad pass, he make it look like a good pass. So that's just incredible to watch and just be able to play with him.
Early in conference play, turnovers were a problem, but it seems like in recent weeks it's been cleaned up a little bit. Do you find this team is maturing when it comes to handling the basketball and valuing it on offensive possessions?
I think we're doing a better job of valuing the ball, probably because, coach is trying to make us run in practice for 2 consecutive turnovers. We don't like to run as much in practice, so we just, keeping in our mind that we can't turn the ball over as much. And if we want to win basketball games, we know that we can't turn the ball over. So just getting better each and every day.
Next task at hand, like we mentioned when we started, LSU Saturday night, 8 p.m. tip in Baton Rouge. When it's that late and there's no class that day, it's a weekend, how do you handle your morning and afternoon as you wait that long to get a game started against the Tigers?
From answering as Tyler, probably say a lot of Drake, listen to music and in the hotel, just listen to music that we all feel comfortable with, and just make sure we keep the right mindset and been able to stay throughout the whole day and try to keep focused.
All right, thanks so much for the time. Good luck against LSU on Saturday.
Thank you.
Admon Gilder right here to get us started on the beat. Again, Texas A&M and the Tigers, 8 p.m. tip from the Maravich Assembly Center on Saturday night.
The Beat, brought to you by ASCO, your place for case construction equipment in Texas.
Welcome back to The Beat. On Wednesday morning, 12th Man Productions aired its signing day show as the Aggie football team unveiled its 2017 class. Stephen Mcgee, for the second year in a row, served as our analyst. And I'm sure the former quarterback would have loved to throw the football to one of the current Aggie wideouts. And even though Mcgee has hung up his cleats, we now toss it to him as he sits with one of the best pass catchers in the country, Christian Kirk.
All right, man. Off season, as you look forward into year number 3, a big year for any athlete, how do you improve off year 2?
I think the biggest thing is just focusing on the little things. That's one of the things that I preach about a lot to the guys in the locker room and to myself, is just focusing on the little things, especially in the off season. And I think, kind of looking back on last year, I think that's kind of where, we stumbled a little bit, especially looking towards the middle of the season and, getting over that hump and going to November. And, we hit a rough patch there, and I think, kind of lost track of, the little things. So I think that's one of the things that we're going into this offseason focusing on. And, we have some new faces around here that are going to help us get back on track. And, I know everybody's bought in and ready to work.
Last season, certainly talked about the Alabama game, going into that week being number 4 and then finishing the season unranked. You guys have been through a lot of highs and a lot of lows. What did you learn as a second-year guy last year about experiencing highs and lows as an athlete?
It's it's definitely something that's challenging. As much as you want to say you're blocking out social media, you're blocking out all of, the talk that's coming in and people in your ear, and we got ranked number 4, and everybody's phones is blowing up, and that was one of the messages that Coach Summer was trying to portray to us, was try to block all that out and just focus on us, focus on what we've been doing, what message that we've been kind of focusing on since week 1 when we were unranked. And so I think that's the biggest thing this year, because I believe we can have that same success this year as well. So once we get back in that position, we're just going to have to work on that.
Okay, as a veteran guy that you spoke of a while ago, what's the advice you would give to these new freshmen signees coming in here?
I think it's just trusting the process and just coming out every day and working. You have to be able to divvy up all your eggs in different baskets and put yourself in the right place to be successful. And the coaches and the staff around here do a great job of that. But you have to have a lot of self-discipline to be able to come out and focus on football at the end of the day when you have school, classes, study hall. And once you get on that field, it should be all football, all business, and go out there and ready to work.
So Josh Reynolds, Ricky Seals-Jones, Speedy Noyle all gone. You're kind of the lone survivor from last year's starting lineup. What do you expect from the wide receiver group? Who are some faces that Aggie fans don't know about that you're expecting big things from?
Well, I think number one is I don't expect anything less than what we had for the previous years, and I think we have a lot of talent that's getting ready to be developed and get ready to step on the field in the fall. You look at guys Jamon Austin, you look at Hezekiah Jones, and then you got guys Damian Ratley, who still is a veteran guy too, as well, has been here just as long as I am, who's due for a breakout season. So there's a bunch of guys in our room that I feel like if we can go out there and just develop their skills and their technique and get them going with the plays, it should be a special year for us once again.
Christian Kirk and the Aggies about a month away from starting spring ball. Mark down April 8th on your calendar. That's when the spring game is played at Kyle Field. We've got more with Stephen Mcgee on the other side of the break. A moment ago, Stephen Mcgee sat down with Aggie wide receiver Christian Kirk. We're not done with the QB just yet. He now has to read the defense. As part of 12th Man Productions' Signing Day show Wednesday morning, Mcgee chatted with stellar safety Armani Watts.
Everybody wants to know the ultimate deciding factor for you in coming back to play another year.
Basically, I made the decision based off my injury. I didn't want to end my career like that here. I wanted to end it on a special note. And close to graduating, so there's no point in leaving early, no rush yet.
Looking forward to 2017, starting a new semester, the off season, time to get better. What are your goals as a player and as a team to see you take the next step?
One of my goals actually I'm a senior now, so being more involved in a leadership role, being more vocal. I'm a quiet guy, I just like to play, but it really helps the younger guys if you're more vocal and help them out on anything you see that they're doing wrong, because I've been here so long. I know what to do now, and just help out the younger guys.
Describe defensive coordinator John Chavis in as few words as possible.
Intense. Really, he'll be your best friend, and he'll get on you the next time. But it's just, like I said, he makes the game fun, and he just enjoys coaching. You can tell that he enjoys coaching. He loves the players, and he cares for us.
Looking forward to 2017 now, how does this Aggie defense get better as a whole?
Consistency, staying consistent throughout the whole year, being better tacklers, and just giving in to what coaches are telling us and what we need to do.
So your advice for this new signing day class, you're going to be a senior, a great Aggie, a leader, been productive as a football player, all very important things. How do these young guys, what message would you like to send to them?
Really just take the time to just realize what situation you're in. In high school, they're probably the best athletes and everything, but now in college, everybody is the same. So work ethic is a big thing now, and film study. It's like the little details in every situation you're in on the field, and everything counts when you're in college now.
Ending that Tennessee game in front of 100,000 fans, talk about the emotion and the excitement.
The best feeling in my life, really. Kids, you always dream of moments like that, watching it on highlights on TV, and to actually be one of those highlights is amazing. And it's crazy how that play happened, because Coach Joseph always preached on that one play, the post wheel, and it happened to be the last play of the game.
As a fan, that was I was in a Mexican food restaurant going crazy, so thank you for that. All right, I want to ask you about the third quarter, 4th down stop against Arkansas. You stopped running back Keon Hatcher. Talk about the play, the excitement. I know Aggie fans watching that. A very impressive goal line stand.
So it was our second goal line stand, ran our goal line package. They've been trying to pound it in with quarterback sneaks the whole time. And I'm one of the 2 DBs on the field with Nick Harvey. So it was just a play that had to be made, and knowing that I had to make that tackle in an open field, and I ended up doing it. Big play for the team.
A big thanks to Stephen Mcgee for his help on our signing day show. If you'd like a rundown of the Aggies' entire 2017 class, log on to 12thman.com. Back to the beat in a moment.
The Beat, brought to you by Memorial Hermann, official sports medicine partner of Texas A&M Athletics.
We return to 12th Man Studios. Texas A&M women's swimming and diving has dipped itself into elite waters recently. 4 years in a row, they finished in the top 4 nationally. And last season, Sarah Gibson was a big help as she had a breakout year. We spotlight the San Antonio senior right now on The Beat.
Senior Sarah Gibson has made a big splash in the pool, but for the 2016 100 Butterfly SEC champion, her journey to success hasn't always been easy.
Freshman year was rough. It was pretty rough. I hadn't been training fully because of some past injuries, and so I get here, and the training volume is higher. I've never lifted before. I've never really done any sort of training outside the pool at all. And so I think I was a little bit behind on that learning curve where a lot of the girls in the incoming class were, so I struggled a lot. But Bria really took me under her wing. She pulled me aside and was like, I believe you can do this. I know you don't believe you can do this necessarily right now, but you just gotta stick with it. And she was so right, and I'm so thankful that she was there, some of the other girls on the team as well, just being so welcoming and willing to put up with my struggles as I, kind of figured things out. But I think the only reason I'm where I'm at now is because I survived that.
Last year at the 2016 SEC Championship in Columbia, Missouri, she clocked the fastest time in the country in the 100 fly, an event she wasn't even supposed to race in.
We didn't go in with me signed up to swim the 100 fly in the meet. I was going to be swimming the mile. But after the 200 medley relay, Steve looked, he's like, do you want to try it? And I was tentative. I was like, I don't know if I should do this, I really don't sprint. And it was Sarika who actually pulled me aside. She's like, no, you want to swim the 100 fly. You're going to do great at it. And I was like, well, I don't really know. And she's like, no, you will. Just get up there and do it. And so we get up in some prelims, and then they're like, oh yeah, did you know that's the fastest time in the country this year? And I'm just like, I did what?
She knew herself that she could do really, really well in the 100 fly, and she was saying, I think I could do really, really well, but I have to do the mile for the team. So I encouraged her to talk to Steve a little bit because she knew she could do well. We all knew she could do well. So she ended up swimming it, and she won, and it was just a major, major achievement. And I think Sarah has improved every single year since freshman year. But really last year was when she really broke out, I feel like, you know, and it was just incredible to watch. It was such a huge step in her career.
Just as she has left her mark at Texas A&M, Texas A&M has left its mark on her.
You know, this program is, I can't even begin to describe. It's just, I look back at the person I was and the person I am now, and they're so totally different. And I know that a lot of that growth has come from, you know, being in this program and surrounded by this team and staff. And it's just been a wonderful experience. I was able to accomplish things I never thought I would be able to do. I got to witness people accomplish things that were just amazing, you know, watching girls make Olympic teams, watching people get NCAA titles, and just to, you know, be a part of this process as this team. I think this team has gotten better every year I've been here, and I know it's going to continue to improve after I'm gone. I'm sad to be leaving, but I'm excited to see what they're going to do in the future.
The next action for Gibson and the Aggies are the SEC Championships in Knoxville, Tennessee. They start on Valentine's Day. Gibson would love to duplicate her performance from last year when she took home 2 SEC titles as an individual. A record-breaking performance to discuss when we come back to close out the beat. This weekend, a performance for the ages in the Ozarks. Texas A&M Track and Field traveled to Fayetteville, Arkansas for the Razorback Invitational, and the 4x400 men's relay team got around in 3 minutes, 2.52 seconds. That is a new collegiate record. Half of the quartet consisted of the Curley brothers. Fred led off, Malik was the anchor. In between, Richard Rose and Devin Dixon carried the baton. And take a look at this. Not only is it a new collegiate record, it is the 4th fastest time ever run in the event indoors in the world. Texas A&M followed by 3 marks put up by Team USA. An incredible feat by the Aggies at the Razorback Invitational this weekend. That collegiate record they broke was actually A&M's own. The 4x4 team in 2015 held it before 2017 topped them. So for that quartet, what's in store for the rest of the season as they go down the home stretch? We have crossed the finish line on this edition of The Beat. So long, everybody. We'll see you next week.